Prashant Kalidaskawale, working as an assistant professor in Mechanical Engineering Department, KK Wag Institute of Engineering Education Research, Nasik. So today's topic is impulse turbine, Pelton wheel under turbo machines. So impulse turbine. So what is the principle? Impulse turbine works on the basic principles of impulse. It follows Newton's second law. When the jet of water strike the turbine blade with the full of its speed, it generates a large force which used to rotate the turbine. The force is depend on the time interval and velocity of jet strike the blade. This turbine used to rotate the generator which produces the electric power. For hydraulic impulse turbine, the pressure drop across the rotor is zero. That's why it's known as the impulse turbine. Most commonly used impulse turbine or tangential pole turbine is a Pelton wheel, named after its pioneer inventor Lawrence A. Pelton (1829 to 1908). Suitable to be used for the high heads hydroelectric power plants. Consider in hydroelectric power plant there is a dam, there is a reservoir, there is a pipe which is connecting from dam to the powerhouse. It is known as the penstock. There is some surge tank and there is a turbine house. In turbine house the turbine is mounted, there is a tail race. Okay, so this is exactly the arrangement of a hydroelectric power plant. So dam contain water under some head, so it has a potential energy. Penstock convert this potential energy into kinetic energy. Finally there is a nozzle which convert the entire pressure head into the kinetic energy. Throughout this the pressure remain constant, that's why it is known as an impulse turbine. So what are the parts of the Pelton wheel? So parts of the Pelton wheel, it's to control the flow rate on the bucket there is a spear jet. Okay, then there is a deflector, then casing, then this is the buckets which is mounted on the shafts, and there is a braking jet. So we'll see one by one. So blades also known as a runners. Okay, the number of blades is situated over the rotary. They are concave in shape. The water jet strike at the blade and changes the direction of its rotor. All the blades are pinned into the rotor. The force exerted on the blades passes to the rotor, which further rotate the shaft. Nozzles. A nozzle play a main role of generating power from impulse turbine. It is a diverging nozzle which converts all the pressure energy of a water into kinetic energy and forms the water jet. Casing. The main function of casing is to prevent discharge the water from vanes to tail race. A nozzle provides an opposite direction of main nozzle. It is used to slow down or stop the wheel, act as a brake. So disadvantage. So what are the advantage of the Pelton? It can works at low discharge or at low flow rate. This turbine has a high efficiency. Impulse turbine is flexible according to the load conditions. At higher load, more than one nozzles are used. They work at atmospheric pressure, so no problem of leakage. It is easy to assemble. Disadvantage: large size compared to others. Efficiency decreases with time. It requires high head, which is hard to control. It is cost of installation is high compared to other. Now we'll see the bucket. So what is the bucket? It's a hemispherical in shape and they are bolted to the rotor, fixed on the circumference of a runner or a wheel. So what are the design aspects of these buckets? So D stand for the diameter of a jet. L is the length of the bucket, which is 2 or 3 times of a diameter of a jet. Width of the bucket 3 to 4 times diameter of the jet. Then its depth, okay, depth 0.27 to 0.32 of the braid, and notch width. This is the notch width 1.1 to 1.2. So what are the design aspects? So speed ratio is equal to Ku into V1. What is V1? V1 is the absolute velocity which is coming from the nozzle. Okay, so Ku speed ratio is 0.43 to 0.44, 47. Then friction factor. So friction factor, it's when jet striking, so the jet is gliding. Okay, so there is always a friction, so friction factor will consider as a K. Relative velocity. Jet ratio is nothing but diameter of a runner D and diameter of a jet. Okay, so M is equal to jet ratio, normally 11 to 15. Number of buckets, Z is equal to 15 plus D upon small twice t. Diameter of a runner wheel, D is the diameter of a jet, Z is the number of buckets. So angle of deflection, the angle of deflection of a jet to the bucket varies between 160 to 170. Normally we'll take at 165. So that's it. If you like this video, like it. Also please subscribe my YouTube channel by pressing the bell icon and never miss the update. Thank you very much for